Good morning, everybody, and once again, welcome back in today's class. Today, we are on the day number 21, and we were discussing about the change management. Okay, so previously or in the last week, we discussed on these few things that what is change and what is release, what is type of changes, and then we discuss about table structure and we discuss about the role. And we pick up a topic which is called as a change model, a very small topic that why it is be required. Okay, we discuss these rules and then not then and today we are going to be discuss the life cycle. So in this particular concept, in this particular discussion, we will discuss the life cycle first and then we'll pick up one by one topic and go for the demo as well. Okay, so in the change, it is a 4-step life cycle. Okay, number one is create and scope, which means that how this change will be get created and what is the scope need to be done, means what work need to be done in this particular change. It is like it's a kind of application change, it is kind of infra change, it's a lot of servers getting changes. What is getting changing in this particular area we'll cover in this part. Okay, then we schedule this, that when this change is going to be deployed. Okay, when this change is going to be deployed. In this phase, we assign the task as well. We assign the task as well that okay, when and who will do whatever. Wait a minute. Okay, when and who will assign when and who will do this work. Let me add for again. Morning, Farah.
Morning, good morning, Atul. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah. Okay, so we're discussing on the change management. Okay, and then in the scoping part, we assign this change. See, in this change, the important point to know that change can be raised by a different person. Life cycle can be completed by a different person and deployment can be done by a different person. So here we do the assignment that okay, who is accountable? I'm specifically giving a word here. Who is accountable for the change movement from one state to the last state? This is one, we go for the assignment. Like let's say in a house, let's say take example of Tejas. Tejas has a very best friend and he is getting married in the next month. So they decided that okay, we are going for a marriage schedule for the next week, next month, and these many tasks will be there to treat the guests, to get the this thing chef, to get the rooms booking, to get the trains booking, to get the car booking. So different tasks has been assigned to a different person. Few tasks can be done before change deployment actually start. And one person is accountable for every arrangement, that is his best friend's father or mother. If anything goes wrong, people will blame them only. No, no, it's you who done this part. Why don't they? Why do not have this thing? This thing, and all the things will be there. Okay, so this is the first phase. This is the first phase where we do creation and scoping part. Then approval. Means who need to be approved this change before it go for the deployment. That is the reason the change is a lengthy one. It's a lengthy process because first it take time here. Then it take time here. Now approval can be from a one group and from the multiple groups. It can be application of owner approval, it can be technical owner approval, it can be service offering owner approval, it can be support group, it can be managed group. A number of groups, a number of series can be configured. And this is the configuration part, not a customization part in ServiceNow. Once this get approved, then we go for the implementation. Let's deploy this change. In this phase only has been work done by the users or the personas to whom the task has been assigned. Because बाकी कुछ तो करना नहीं है, बाकी सब तो हो गया. We have to do only this work. And once implementation has been done, then शादी हो गई, the marriage has been done. Then we are going and sitting to do the PIR, post implementation review. It is like if required, or mainly PIR has been done when the change get failed. Not for every change we do the PIR, but if a change get failed, we do the PIR for sure. And then finally we close the change. This is what basically about this concept of the life cycle. Okay. So in the overall perspective, if I say that few things need to be remembered. In a phase 1, change creation and scoping and assignment done. Change 2, step 2, all approvals need to be done. Step 3, implementation need to be done, and step 4, PIR and the closing part will be done. Now, it is depend on the type of change as well that maybe this step did not consider. Like for the standard change, there is no approval mechanism is there. Okay, so this is a generic one. This is a generic life cycle which is being used across the all changes. Now, how it will be look like, then we will discuss. Now, before I proceed, let's pick up these terms here. What I can say that we can divide these terms in different sections. Like few of these terms like change model is mainly on the interface part. Standard changes are on the interface part. Risk assessments, your blackout windows, your maintenance windows are come when we do the assessment somewhere here. Again, it's here again assessment part. That is this change is good to go, not too good to go, is any conflict here or not. Then your approval policies are come here under the approval section. And last, your closing, your PIR will become here. Even your cabs are come here only. Approval phase only. Cab, e-cab. So now the terms you're able to see here. We are going to be discuss each and everything in depth. And with this, we are going to be do a demo as well. Okay. So as I say, a change can be raised. Yeah. A change can be raised either manually. When I say manually means someone is going in the change management application and raising a change. A change can be raised from incident. A change can be raised from problem. A change can be raised from the configuration item. Sorry, configuration management, not configuration item, configuration management. A change can be raised from the service catalog as a standard. Now let's understand this part little bit in depth. Okay. So when I say a change can be raised, I'll go by this way, incident and problem first. Okay. So I'm going to be open a incident and let's say open and click on this, right click and change. Okay. Click on the normal change. My change creation has been done one way. Now let's go to the problem. Let's say I open this, right click and emergency change. Second way has been done. Now third way as service portal. And here I'll come here, catalog and browse by category and standard changes. Hardware asset, this. I click on the submit, it will open a new one. These are the standard changes. So now you can see a change is getting raised. That is a third way to raise a change. Okay. Fourth way, which I say that it can be raised from the configuration item. Let's see. Let's see. I never tried this. Let's see. Server. Let's say computer. Because it is kind of a what I can say. It's a proposed changes. Do we have any option available here? I never tried it. Practically, I say I never tried it. नहीं यहाँ तो नहीं है इसका मतलब something to propose changes is एक मिनट रुको, let me see a concept called proposed. नहीं, I'll check this part because there is a concept called the proposed changes. I'm missing out some, maybe it's kind of a property or something that to be activated or need to be seen. So I'll update you on that part. But we can raise, or I can say we can go for a change on this part as well as a configuration item. Now the last point, which I skipped intentionally in the beginning, that is a manual part. When I say a manual part, and this is what the core area need to be understand. Okay, who are on the call now? Okay, Surbhi, Samira, let me give a last call to Samira and then we'll start. Okay, chalo. Now, few things understand here. Number one, from the examination perspective, change is the hardest module because it come up with a lot of configuration. Now, when I say कि I can raise a change manually, right? Then if I go here and click on the create new, this is the new way to create a change. And this concept is called the change model. This landing page you are able to see. This is called the change model landing page. Because as I say that service now promoting this thing, you should go with the models concepts. So first we will understand this part. Okay. So when I click on the create new, I get this page. Here you can see 4 mainly tabs pinned. That what is a favorite model for you? You can pin it like this. This is a pinning one. Okay, and listen this thing carefully, see this thing carefully, because questions can be come directly from this. So you can pin, you can see model. So this is a pin and this is a model which I pinned actually basically. Okay. And these are the things which are available for at the time of the new. Then pre-approved. It's all standard change templates. Again, here the words I'm changing it. In the standard change, until unless the template did not get approved, it is a proposal. Until unless a template did not get approved, it is a standard change proposal, and once that get approved, it come in the pre-approved section. And then I'll click on the all.
Sorry, Atul.
Good.
Sorry to interrupt you. Yes, just change model is change template. This is what we.
No. It's
No.
not template. It is the new way to raise the change.
Okay, steps. Let's say steps
Yes.
to follow, to perform, to. Okay.
Right. So I'll give you a small example then, because I guess you missed out the class, so you can go to the recording.
Yes, of course.
There are the multiple ways. Let's say you cook at your home in the evening.
Yes.
You can make a cup of tea, you can make a cup of coffee, you can make a rice, you can make a biryani, all the things will be there, right? Now, if you want to make a cup of tea and make a cup of coffee, even though these two are the similar, but the way of making is different, right? So in this case, you cannot attach a single workflow on the both, because maybe in the coffee, you just boil the milk and put the coffee in the cup directly, and then you make it a thick one. But in the tea, it's not possible. You have to boil the tea, you have to boil, sorry, you have to boil the water, you have to boil the milk as well and put the tea bags in that only. So two different workflow for us, two different things.
Okay.
Then the users complain, hey, I cannot work like this. Like for the infra changes, I don't want any application on our approval. Then why you are adding this in the workflow? To overcome this problem, ServiceNow bring a concept called the model. Okay, you go through the Friday video once again, or maybe if you didn't get that, go through it, you will get a complete idea about this part. Okay. Now this is the one place. Okay. What it says, it has a 4 sections: pin, models, pre-approved, and all. Okay. As I said, pin means, which is my favorite. Models means under this section, those will come which are available for a to unpin. Okay. See, just to give you a flavor that it is not coming due to pin. Models means those models which are available when I want to create a new change. Under this, create a new section. I'll show you this configuration. And then pre-approved means which is all approved. See, and all, everything is available. If you want, you can search it from here itself. Okay, so this is the main concept of this. Now the question comes, how this configuration work? Let's understand this part. Okay. Yes, let's discuss this part only first. So go to the navigator and search for the change model. Okay, click on this. You can see these change models, not change. These are the models, not change. I'm again telling you things very clearly. Now, if I come here, let go to a create a new change. Yeah. Now in the model, these two are coming. Why? Because if you see, normal and standard. Only in this section, this is a true. Available in create new time, not anything else. This is a configuration. Another question can be, these two are the baseline model which come as a create new, rest are come as a create new false, because you can see all of the false. If you want, let me make it as a true. Now if you go and refresh it, see the models has been changed. Why? Because in this tab, the condition work if the create new is true, only then it will become. If you click on the all, you can see everything. Now Surbhi has a curious mind here. Atul, ye color kaise aa rahe hai? Because this is all configuration. This is all configuration. So now let's do one thing. Let's create a new model. Okay. NG ITSM training. Okay. Do you want to make it as a default change model? That by default they should be selected. I said no, because otherwise there is no purpose of creating the models. You want make it to be available on the create new. I said yes. Tick this box. What color you want to show? I want to show. So you can do like this. Active, yes, people can use it. Anything on the description you want to do? I said as of now, no. Okay. Implement in states, record preset. And these things we are going to be discussed now. Okay. Record preset means whenever I'm going to be use this model, what value you want to populate. What value you want to populate here. This is the important point. Okay. I want the type should become as a normal. I want short description should become as ITSM experimental. Okay. Because it is a model. It is not a template. It is a model. Template is something different. Model is something different. And now who can read and who can write this rule? Read this one. Write nobody other than me. Now I click on the save here. Now go and load this. Come in the model section and load this. It is becoming, because we did not have any short description. So it is not coming showing anything here. This is my state model. Sorry, model has been created. This is a very new concept in the market. And there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of people who are not 100% comfortable with this model. Okay. Now in this model, in the change model way, three things are important to understand. Number one, what is my state model, that how my states are getting defined. Second is my change. Sorry, I'm saying change. My state transitions, that how I am moving from one state to the other state. And third is a state transition conditions, on which conditions I should go from new to assess, from new to authorize, from new to cancel, from new to closed. This is the change model. The benefit is that you can define any state at any level. If you want, you can violate the fundamental process of change as well. Let me show you a pre-built or inbuilt change model. Let's say normal change. ठीक है, इसने क्या लिखा? a list of state which change requesting using this model can be implemented. ऐसे कौन से changes a list of state a list of state in which change request using this model can be implemented. Let's see what this means here. A little technical, but let's understand. Okay, now I'll come on this part because this has some relationship with these things. Okay. I think I need to say something here. 1, 2 models we discuss and colors we discuss. Okay, good. Now we can go for this one. Acha, one thing we missed out. Because I am in the latest release of ServiceNow and I activated this plugin, but let's understand this plugin name first. And let pick up the plugin name, which is a plugin name. Change model. This one. Change management, change model, foundation data, change management, change model models. So these are the installed at my system. Landing page. These three are the important one. Mainly what they say foundation data plugin is this one. This is the important one. Which bring the default change model, which bring the state transition, which bring the supporting flows as well. This is the plugin need to be activated. And once this plugin get activated, then it will override the other property, which we will discuss. Don't worry about that now. Okay, this is what the important thing. Now, when we're discussing about these things, we are here, right? Okay. So on this page, the important point to be understand. Number one, this thing. Number two, this thing. I'm skipping it for time being. We'll come back on this. As I say, every model should have three things. State model. This is what. State transition. We are going to be open this and conditions for this transition. So if you see here, what it say that. Let me do the sequencing, easy to understand. Yeah. So when the change will start, it will go in the new state. Okay? Yes, it will go in the new state. From new, it will go to the assess. From assess, it will go to the authorize. And see, initial can be one only, not more than one. The race will begin only from one state, one point, not the multiple points. This is what the initial say here. Because it is a normal change, so they are following each and everything. New to assess to authorize to schedule to implement to review to close and the cancelled. These are the models. Let's open our model in the parallel. But we have to do this work as well, right? And this is our model. Okay. And now I'll click on the new. It is merely a drag and drop. Nothing to be code here. It says from where you want to be start. I want to be start from the new state only. Okay. You want to make it as an initial. I said yes. Make it as an initial. Submit. That means now if I click on my change, if I click on my change, it will go to the new state first. Now where you want to be go, I click here. From new, see it is so smart. From new, I want to be go to the authorize. Okay, no problem. Go. Submit. Here the important point which is deciding, because now Surbi and Farah is confused. Atul, how system is knowing that I have to go from new to assess or new to authorize? This order is deciding this thing. The sequence is deciding that where you want to be go, from which state you want to be go. Now I click on this third one. I said from assess, I want to go to the implement. Submit. Okay. From implement, I want to go to the review. मुझे schedule पे जाना ही नहीं है. This is what the benefit of the change model. I'm saying with this change model, you can break complete process, but it's not called the break. It is called that you are, because it is a model. I'm not sure that how many of you know or how many of you see in the very old days, at least in my place in India, a few people come together. What they bring? They bring a big box which has a lot of sand, and they bring the models of the idols. Maybe lion, maybe god, maybe tiger. They say bring the aluminium from your house. They melted it and they put in the sand, and with that model it will give you the shape. Something that this is what the model is saying here. So I said review, and review ke baad I want to close it. Submit. Done. One thing has been done, that is called the change model. Modeling part has been done here. Okay. Now if I go here, yes, our models has been done. Now when my change will move from new to authorize, how the transition will happen. So now, or let's say from authorize to implement, or let's say new to this one, click on the new. This is what the state model transition. It is a transition, not the conditions. Don't get confused. We created this model, under that we created the change states, and now we are defining it, that how this transition will work. When I will say that yes, I'm happy that this change can move to the next state. What is the transitioning conditions here? Click on the new. From new, where you want to be go? From new to closed. It can go from new to closed. You want it as an automatic. I said yes. ठीक है. Click submit. Done. Means state transition will tell you that from one state to another state, if you want to go, that what should be done. I have to be define the conditions here. This is the last step. From new to close, if you want to go, then these conditions should be met. Condition क्या है मेरी? The short description. ठीक है? And how you want to be tested, how you want to be check it. These things. Is my change authorized? Is my not on hold? Task has been through approval. Task is approved. Task is rejected. Task condition, or any script you want to put it. Because in the model it say, I want to go from one state to the next state. That's fine. So if I pick up this example, from new, I can go to the cancel. From new, I can go to the closed. But what condition should be there? This is what we are defining here. If change is fully authorized, then you want to say, I said no. If it is not on hold, then you say, I said yes. If my change is not on hold, then move it from new to closed. No, Atul, no, I don't want this thing. I want to write a script. that if this condition work, or no, तो script तो मुझे आती नहीं, I want to write a condition. When it move, when my short description contains LNG. If in my change short description the word LNG is coming, then move this change from new to close automatically. Now Surbi has a question, Atul, why automatically? Why not a human intervention required? For this, what you have to be do? For this, when you are creating this, then remove this automatic part so that it should validate all these conditions. And you move it by force. Remember the concept of the problem record moving from new to assess automatically when if assigned to is filled, manually when assigned to is not filled, and you click on the button assess, then it get moved. Let me come back here to see the faces. Yes, Surbhi, Farah and Tejas. Question. This is the section which we discussed in the last 5-7 minutes. Model, transition and transition conditions are important from the examination perspective, not practical, but you should know that what this mean here, how this has been defined, what this automatic can be seen here. Go ahead with the question, guys. Put your question.
Actually, I have no question. Just maybe need to practice, to do some practice. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Good point. At least today.
Sorry. Go ahead, Atul. No.
Okay. At least for today, if you're not going to create any new model, go and check these models which are given by ServiceNow in the baseline system. This is must. So this is what we created, right? Now let me show you the what given by ServiceNow. Let's say new to assess. Model is there. It say you can go from new to assess, you can go from new to cancelled. हाँ हो सकता ना? Why not? This is the transition. Now when I will say new to assess will happen when assignment group is not empty. Then it should move from new to assess. These things can be done in the workflow as well, but you have to write a lot of scripts. The fundamental has been gone in the model. Just see the drag and drop, see the drop down, your work can be done. If you open this, a simple condition has been given. Assignment group is not empty. Now, if you go back, new to cancel, when should go to new to cancel? It has no condition. It means I can move it manually without any condition. I can move it. Now, if I go back here, let's say from assess where I can go. Let me give you example, little bit more understanding. So these are the states where you can go. From Delhi, you can go to Bombay, Calcutta, Amritsar, Jammu, Pune, Bangalore. But your starting point is Delhi. Now, if I add Delhi, and if I from Delhi, I can go only two sides, either Amritsar, either Jammu. This is what is these things, transition. And when I can go from Delhi to Amritsar, if you have a ticket for the same. Now this is smaller one. Let's say assess. See, from assess you can go to authorize. You can go to cancel. From assess to new. Because one is automatic, one is manual. This is what you can define in the model, which is not possible in the workflow easily. From assess to authorize, how it will happen? When approved by the assignment group. And it's a task is approved. Because it is already given. ServiceNow know that these are the basic things you needed. So they already given you this thing. Task is approved. Now don't ask Atul, can we add something here? You can add, but you have to build the complete flow for this part. So it says task is approved. If you right click here, you can get the condition type. And from where these are coming? These are coming from this one. State model condition type. Authorize के लिए क्या है, on hold के लिए क्या है? If you open this, you will find a little bit more. Unauthorized is false. Not this one. This is change model condition type. No, we are on the where we were. It is state model transition condition type. कुछ है क्या? Transition condition type. Maybe this is a hidden one. So let's open this and see which table it is. Okay, this is the table. This STTRM condition type. You can do, no problem. You can do, but you have to be defined by your own then. But ServiceNow provide me only these 6 or 7 only. Now, if I go back, now my intention to confuse you so that you go and open each and everything one by one. Assess to cancel, I can go yes. No condition is required. It's manually effort I can do. But assess to new as a automatic. If it has been rejected, task rejected, or assess to new false, मैं manually भी लेके आ सकता हूँ उसको. I need some more information. I click on the revert to new, but I bring it here. क्या कहते हो? Any doubt? Any question?
Atul, question nahi hai, just that this is the thing that, I mean, for me, I need to practice because
not you. You including me as well. Sometime need to practice. See, I'm still missing the purpose of this implementation state. Not able to recall that how this has been implemented or this has been used. A list of state in which change request using this model can be implemented. A change request using this model can be implemented. No idea. Let's read this little bit. And the problem is that this is so new concept that it is not much explored by a lot of people here. Change model. So these are the change model properties. Type change model properties. We'll go. We're looking for the change model form, right? Create a change model. यहाँ पे we'll get something here. Here. Implementation state for the change model for information on state. अरे ये तो हमें पता ही है. It bring me here. Let's see what options are coming here. Acha, everything is there. Change model. But what is the fundamental of this? I'm not getting it. Example of state transition and normal change. Yes, I know. Example of normal change. So now I'm blank. Then what is the purpose of this? Change model, because if you see here, if I go back, they just say implementation state for the change model. For information on the state, see this. But why and how this is be working? I have no idea. I'll find out that what is the purpose of this one. Definitely they have some purpose for this. It's not like that just for the sake. I'll do a little R&D on that part. And why they just mention the implement. If I go and pick up any other model, let's say emergency. Also they have an implementation state. Using this model can be implemented. A list of states in which change request using this model can be implemented. Okay, we'll not put much time on this part. Okay, so now the homework for everybody. At least go these 3 or 4 models which is given by service now. Change the station number. No model is there. No state is there. But still. So now did you notice this part? To register a change, it says okay, no approval is required. There's a no new state, no assess, no authorize, no schedule, no implement. It's review, close and cancel. That's all. Done. Now you will say it's a violation. No, it's not a violation. It is a flexibility to the user to create a change as per to move the change, to do the state, not move. Let's use the right word. It's a state transition. And it say if in this case, it will raise a change with the automated change and put this name. And it will go directly from. It will directly go in the review state. Review, closed or review cancelled. That's all. Nothing else it will do. Because this is what the need of that particular user. Now cloud infra. This is for the infrastructure changes. And if you scroll down here, it's go only authorized and closed. Even not assess, not implement, not schedule, not cancelled, not new. Up to them. They are be using it. So once you understand this part, then you can get this thing. Under this, there's a one more concept come. Shall I go with this? Let me open this. Shall I go with this unauthorized? Or shall I wait? Okay, let's wait for this one. We'll discuss this concept when we go for the unauthorized change, because in service now, unauthorized change is not that much easy to handle. Okay, when we go for the demo, then I'll pick up this part. Now, one thing which is important for examination perspective, that all the out of the box models which is given by service now, you should know that what is the state they have. Do one thing, copy this or write this in a one column, and on the top write new, assess, authorize, close and cancel, and then open one by one and tick box. That in the normal change I can go all the states. In the authorize I can go only 3 states. In the infra I can go only these states, because this can become in the examination. Boring work, but we need to prepare for the exam as well. Go to the change model, go to the state transition, go to the state transition conditions as well. And like this, we open this one. Let's copy and open this table. So these many has been given. And you will not find any module for this one. Model status. No, it should be there. We're checking in the wrong. Any module is there? Model state. No. ServiceNow did not give any module for this one. It can be happen sometime. There are few tables which you will not get the modules. There's a purpose on that part. So these two has been created on the change request table and these three has been created on the task table. And then working has been done. And with this, we are able to close our concept of the change model. Put your question answer here. Or you want me to revise quickly once again that what we have done in this part. अरे yes या मत तो बोलो कुछ तो बोलो.
Yeah, I mean revise. Atul, मेरा ना एक question है. I mean it's mixed, right? So usually when we talk, when we
Can you
read
mute?
ITIL, right? So
Surbi,
we
can you
usually
mute your? I guess someone is taking call in the background. Can you mute or minimize the voice?
my call is ongoing. Just a moment. I'll just close that. Monday, right? Just a moment.
Because mixing the words here.
I left it for a couple of minutes, then I'll join again.
Sure.
Okay.
Word,
So usually when we read ITL, right, we usually talk about the change type, right? I mean, we have started including ITL model also, but it's mostly the ITL type, right? And in ServiceNow, it is more on the change model type. So can we say that?
No. You're mixing.
Okay.
These are the models. These are not the types. I am implementing infra changes, but it will still go as a normal change. I'm implementing application change. It will go as a standard change. Types, I'm not changing it. Okay, let's say you go for ice cream shop on ice cream shop. Okay, they have only 3 flavors or they have only 3 ways. Ma'am, either take in cone, cup, or as a shake. Type will be 3, but flavor and making process can be different. Vanilla, strawberry, pineapple, raspberry, strawberry. These are the different flavors. These are the different models to make it. But you will get the output only in the 3 ways, either cone, either shake, either scoop. Model I'm not changing it. If you are having doubt, it means you're mixing 2 terms. Type is still same. If you see here, let me show you. Let me open this. Do you find any other type here?
No.
These are the type. These are the model. Laptop models. Pura foldable, complete foldable, complete touch. These are the models, but still it has type as a laptop. Or you convert the laptop or that you convert this to some other way. No, so it is still a laptop. Mobile phone, either touch, either keyboard. Still it is a mobile phone. Model can be different. Model can be Samsung, can be iPhone, can be Motorola, can be anything. So don't mix these 2 things. These 2 are the different. Types will be same.
Yeah, we are actually giving the same names to the change model and then to the change type also. So that
just to make it easy for user. So now if you go back here, see there is a cloud infra changes. If you open this, it is a normal. See, type is normal.
Yeah, type is not normal, but model is cloud infrastructure.
Correct. Because by giving this name, I'm telling to my team that okay, if you want to raise any change on the cloud infra, please use this model. You can say cloud infra normal, cloud infra emergency, cloud infra standard. You can do that part.
Right. Okay. In couple of my accounts, what I've seen is apart from normal, standard, and I mean they usually call the standard changes routine change also, right? If they are following the ITL terminology.
You see expedite, urgent, super urgent kind of things.
So retrospective and expedite. So these are not the types, right? These are like the models wherein we implement.
No. See, these are tough to debatable questions.
Okay.
The reason I tell you, because in the remedy, you will find these type of changes as well. Expedite, urgent, super urgent kind of things as well. Latent change, retrospective change. But if you go as per ITL, other than these three types, there's nothing available. So ServiceNow say that, boss, I'm ITL compliant, so I cannot give you any other type. Now, if you go in the fundamental meaning of this type of changes, what do you mean by the word retrospective? Where work has been done and now you're raising a change.
Correct. Yeah. Later on.
Why,
So the documentation is the later part.
Why you need it? I can give you in the reporting. Creation date is greater than, so less than, creation date is greater than the scheduled start date. It is a retrospective change.
Correct. Yeah.
But now customers are not happy with this. I also have this question. Then I see, if you add a new type, if you add a new type here, sorry, not here, this one, it is a very big work.
Correct.
My customers also say that no, in my legacy system I have this thing and I'm using it very broadly. I want this. I said, boss, I cannot give you the drop down. If you want, I can give you the flag, true and false. I can make it as a workable for you on the some conditions, but I cannot give you in the drop down. That's very clear. Because
in my current account, right, there is an ask. They move to Utah, right, and they want the so how they want to categorize is normal with two more categories. So normal, expedite. If somebody selects normal, it will follow the normal standard way.
What is the definition of the expedite there then?
Expedite is again, it's just like you don't need to go for the cab, right? Just the way of emergency. So the only difference that they want between expedite and emergency is in emergency you need to attach a incident.
In this case, sorry to cut in between, Sulfi. In this case, being a consultant, you have to be defined this part. Is any standard definition of emergency and expedite you have? As a normal user, how I will say it is expedite or emergency?
Correct.
So in this case, I know that customer is one part. If they want, they want. But being a consultant, my work is to give them a best which I can give.
Right. Yeah.
Tomorrow you will say, Atul, automate this expedite and this thing, emergency. Boss, give me some basic criteria to differentiate these things. Basics to hai nahi. Kyunki when you say expedite and emergency, it's a human mind required to be thinking. It's expedite or emergency, not system. मेरे को change करना, मैं emergency raise कर दूंगा.
Right.
And why expedite not normal then? Why you want to bypass the cap? If you're saying I'm not bypassing the cap, you're going to emergency cap, then why you're raising as an expedite, not emergency change?
No, they have a very valid. I mean.
Okay, definitely honge. But you have to be also say that, boss, tomorrow if you want to be automated, it's very tough. There's a no clear-cut line. There's a no clear-cut thought.
Correct. Yeah.
Expedite and emergency. These are the very debatable question in the change. Because somewhere they have seen in the remedy or some other tool, it's expedite, it's a urgent, it's a super urgent. We need these type as well. No, we cannot bring. Last, I can give you some flag, but cannot bring in the drop down, because bringing the drop down means have to define the complete workflow in the background. Pro life cycle banana padega. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Any other question?
No, I'll just practice and then probably tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, so let me stop the recording and we take a quick attendance now. Okay.